G'day guys and welcome back to GNs_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be going through or I would probably build my team for the upcoming STR Goku Gohan and AGL Cell EZA. So as we know from the data download, it is one EZA, which definitely not ideal. We would have loved to see another 30 stones there, and it is obviously a TUR, so 30 stager. The category weakness here is the Android Cell Saga, which is also going to make things tough because it's not a category that we've been getting a million significant upgrades for. So yeah, that's definitely going to make this drawn out quite a bit. If we scroll down here, you can see it does start off going through Goku and Gohan and then moves into the different stages of Cell. So finishes off with the Rage Cell there. We look here, we can see there's also damage reduction against Super Int, Super STR, Super Physical, and then Extreme STR and Extreme Physical. So even further dwindling down the options that we do have available to us. So yeah, I really don't think that this is going to be the most enjoyable EZA in the world. But anyways, 30 stones is 30 stones, and we want these EZAs to be able to rock them out. So looking at the Android Cell Saga here, what we'll do is we'll look at the options and then we'll jump in game and I'll show you the team that I'm probably going to be starting the EZA off with here. So you can see we've got the four main leaders. We've got the AGL Cell, who is getting his EZA at this time as well. We've got the Tech Trunks, who I actually don't have, one of the very few 200% leads that I don't have. Then you've got the Int Cell and the AGL Trunks as well. You got those sub leads, but obviously you don't really want to be steering towards those ones there. So we'll just go through all the options, ignoring the type advantage and disadvantage, because I can't imagine we're going to have enough really top tier options to avoid using all of them. So looking at Super AGL, these guys not great. I guess you could utilize the AGL Gohan. He's at least an attack lower on for those early stages. He's going to have type advantage, so that's definitely something that you could make advantage of there. Then you've got the Trunks, who, yeah, I just would be avoiding. These guys could be alright if you're bringing a very extreme focus team. Remember, they do provide that big time support, so that's just going to help with the synergy a little bit better. Then we got these guys. These guys could be in line for an EZA. That could, like, both of these guys could EZA, but these guys in particular could be a pretty fun EZA. If you're running the AGL First Form Cell as lead, you can't bring this guy. But if you don't have the AGL Cell or you're running Tech Trunks lead, he's going to have type advantage against the the AGL Cell later on. Gohan, Orb Changer, he's going to be able to provide that support as well. You're going up against an extreme class enemy, so you get the extra part of his passive. I think he could be a solid option. We got Int Cell, who again you could rock as your lead. Int Vegeta, I would be skipping out on. Pretty easy choice there. Like, Cell has so many stages, I wouldn't really be going with STR unless you're talking those early phases. Probably Future Gohan could be good there. For physical, you've got the physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's got the guard, he's got the damage reduction, so even though he is going to have type disadvantage, he could be really solid there still. And then we also have the extreme, so like you got the physical androids. If you're running a very android focused team, they could be really good. Yeah, pretty much they've just got that Android support, which could make them pretty useful there. And then you got the physical Cell, I'd probably be avoiding him. Yeah, I'd steer clear there. Then we go into TURs. So you got the free-to-play Super Saiyan Goku. If you're running a Super Classics team, he could be handy with his support. We've got, who else have we got? I guess you're a leader. Maybe you if you're really struggling with that Super Vegeta, but ideally I think I'd probably personally rather bring the STR that we'll get to later on. As I said, the AGL Cell is your lead. The Cell Juniors could be a little bit of an interesting option there. Remember that they do have the artificial life forms support, so that could definitely be pretty valuable. Then yeah, not much else there. As you can see, we're going for real slim pickings here. Tech Trunks could be utilised as a leader skill as well. And then we've also got this Tech Trunks here. Remember that he does get the boost when you're going up against an Android Cell or Future Saga category enemy, where he gets a guaranteed crit. So that could certainly help with a bit of extra damage there. And then we got on this side, we got Tech Vegeta, who's still really good. We've got the androids, which the androids are a bit of an interesting choice because then you could utilize their ability to Ghost Usher. They got the orb changing as well. So yeah, like this sort of, they're a good little shenanigans type of unit for a lot of these EZAs, that's for sure. Then we've got that Tech Cell, if you like, he could be usable with the support, same with you. But you got to think of certain like characters with the same name. So he's Cell Perfect Form. So is the new STR Cell down here. This Tech Cell is going to be an absolute must run if you have him. The Super EZA, he's just going to absolutely dominate here. Again, super class unit. You got the Int free to play Trunks. You can get the Domain, and then the Int Future Gohan could be solid. These guys would probably be a good time for them to get their EZA, but they are an Android support, so that's like, yeah, obviously valuable. As we go to STR, you got guaranteed crits with Super Vegeta. Yeah, spewing that it's the same EZA because you don't really want to run these guys type disadvantage. Then Extreme, you got the Cell, and then Second Form Cell, again, another unit that I'd love to see get his sub EZA, so we were actually able to utilise him for his support. Physical, Heart Virus Goku. Geez, there is a lot of sub EZAs that they could go into here for Android Cell Saga, so it'll be interesting to see what they drop throughout this celebration. But like, I'd just avoid all of these options here. So as you can see, we are running pretty thin on an already small category, but what we'll do is I'll jump over into the game and I'll show you what team I'm going to be running here. So here we are in the Dokkan app, and I'm thinking that this is probably going to be the team that I start off initially with. So as I said, I don't have the Tech Trunks to run as a leader, so that sort of makes me think that a more Android-focused team is probably going to work best for me. So got the AGL Cell as our leader here. I do also have the new STR Cell, so that's going to be really powerful. We can get into that domain where you can see we got the androids or Cell Saga category allies getting the extra 15%, so we can juice them up. The main thing is we're just going to be wanting to make this Tech Super EZA Perfect Cell look insane. So as you can see, I've got him at 90% there, full link level 10. So I think he's just going to absolutely obliterate this event. And to help him with that, we've got the Tech Androids here. So they've got the orb changing here. You can see random type to Tech. So that just adds another orb changer in here to help us juice that cell. Same goes for the Int Gohan here. I think he's a double orb changer here. Yeah, so Tech to Int, a random key sphere to Rainbow, like that just creates so many key spheres. So even having him sitting in slot 3 as a floater is going to help boost the rest of the team just through synergy. And then to finish out the team, I was a little bit torn as to who I was going to go. I ended up going with the AGL Cell Juniors. As you can see here, 3 key and 30% is definitely really good support. They've got the dodge per artificial life form unit on the team. So if we go back to here, that is going to be 6 out of 7, so 60% chance to dodge is definitely really solid. For the friend, I think I will, well, that's obviously not a good recommendation. Okay, so for the friends, it looks like I might just have to go for the Int Cell, which I guess is what it is. So if we click in here, I've sort of gone through a lot of the options already, but In terms of who I was thinking about bringing in, I thought these guys with their support could be, actually I may as well show it, pretty big time there. So you can see 2 key 50% attack and defense is definitely fire. I didn't speak about these guys, but again, another support class unit that can get guard. So you love that. And then, yeah, other than that, it's pretty slim pickings. I did contemplate them. And then, yeah, if you're going with you could bring in Vegito if you were taking on the later stages of the event. But I think for now, this is going to be how I start. Let me know how you're going to be building your team for the EZAs down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.